Yo, what is up guys? It's me Eve again here playing Tokyo Ghoul Break the Chains. In today's video we're going to talk about should you be summoning on the Legacy banner, and if so, then what type of characters should you be picking? What are the better options? Maybe like a little bit more or so the better options for your general account progression. So first of all, obviously the answer for should you be summoning on Legacy banner or not would be mostly no. This is not that great in current state because there's a lot of characters that were removed from that and they're not really adding anyone new. So the only options when you can actually like more so go and summon for it is if you really want to get Sen, Tin Hinami, for example, and let's say you want to go for like Juzo or something like that. Like at least you need these two characters really much, and then you need someone just else to finish up maybe your investments into one of the teams. So in that sense, this is okayish to go for, but for the most part, I wouldn't really recommend summoning on this one because again, the probabilities are again not the greatest. There's a lot of characters that are not currently used in meta, like for example, Ryoko, and even though she's great with her gut cell, is just the CP meta. Unfortunately, hit her really hard, and because of that, she is pretty pointless now. Same goes for like Toka, the Rabbit, the Akira, Itori, Juzo. All of those characters still are in probability, so you kind of will most likely get a lot of their copies, and you don't really need them. So the only characters that are pretty much more or so worth it to pull is the Sen and the Hina as well. So Team Hinami here are the better options. In terms of who else aside from them, I would say the Pet Boy Juzo is the other great option because he's an assistant character and he's a really good assistant that buffs your damage if I'm not wrong. And because of that, he's a really good option. If you want to have a really good assistance character for his skill, this is going to be a Pet Boy, and he's going to be one of the more so worth it out of all of this. Another option's going to be the Jason here. Green Jason is the in current meta. He is the character on the field. But again, be careful with summoning on him because the Noro is coming, and Noro could potentially exchange this Jason for Noro could be the meta one over the Jason, because in current meta we have the Psy Ayato, we have the Jason Carnival, we have Green Jason, and we have the Easter Ayato as the meta Awagiri team. So with the new Noro, he could either replace Easter Ayato, or he could replace the Jason here. But because Easter Ayato is extremely good, most likely he's gonna be replacing Jason in there. So because of that, be careful with summoning on Jason here because he can be replaced, and then you got yourself the D on Jason, right? And then you have the Noro coming in, and now you spend everything on to getting yourself Jason to D, and now you don't have anything left. So be careful with those. In terms of Chief and the broski on Uta, unfortunately, he's not really greatest version, the green Uta. It is very niche type of character. So even in the diverse team that is kind of meta, he is not that used. People just pick a better option than him, like a with all or something. But he could be great if you have him like on triple S, let's say. He could work. But again, even then, he's not the greatest characters just in general. But if you're trying to build that meta diverse team, you can try going for him and try playing with him for sure. Again, will need to get him at least to D to be worth it, and hopefully you will go beyond D as well, because otherwise he is kind of lacking in terms of overall. He's still going to be applying the debuffs, but his damage is going to be really low, so he needs a triple S to be doing at least a decent amount of damage. In terms of Chief, he's not bad. The problem is Chief is very situational, so he's better in like PvE content than PvP content. In PvP content, he's not that great in terms of the meta CCG, but he does get played in some of the varieties of CCG, like for example a CCG where you use Chief plus Iwao Shinohara and Psy Arima, but that team also gets diverse versions because they sometimes cut the Chief out of there and put like a with Arima for the sake of CP. And then it's again kind of like Chief is getting forgotten in there, but Chief is definitely not a bad character. He's just a very nichely used, and he's like good in some cases, but not great in all of them. As well as he's not meta because some of the other characters just are more useful in terms of PvP content. So because of that, Chief is also not the greatest option. But if you're looking to really use him, or like you're only playing CCG, you could potentially go for him. In terms of the best characters, obviously Sen is the greatest support in the game. She's not currently in meta, but she is in the new meta, kind of like a diverse team. She is still there. People do still use her in there, even though she's currently having some problems with, for example, CP advantage. But it doesn't mean that she is bad or anything like that. She's still pretty good. She's still useful for you to be used, but the mostly she's gonna be used in that diverse team. Other than that, she was only good for the PvE content. For PvP, other than the meta diverse team, there's no other options for you. Hinami, obviously, she's kind of getting fallen off from the Anteiku team because the current meta is all about CP, and Hinami's CP is unfortunately not that strong, and because of that, she's getting replaced. But still, she's really good, really good in the PvE content. She's gonna be great because all the old school Anteiku still works in the PvE. So you could, if you were playing her and you maybe want to go and get her a few more copies just to finish her up to D, it's okay. But again, this is very unworth it to just summon on the Legacy banner in general. It seems not the greatest option in the current meta because a lot of those characters are just not the best overall. Other than that, like other than these characters basically who are on top here, there's no other characters that you want to summon for, especially not on these ones. Some of these ones are all already in the exchange, like all of these ones. The rabbit you can get from the fragments, the Arima you can get from the selector fragments as well on the arena too, so you don't need any of those characters anymore. Itori is pretty easy to get from the fragments as well in the shop exchange. So most of those characters are really easy to get and don't require you to summon on anything here. So I don't recommend summoning on the Legacy banner in general. So it's better to just save for the new characters. It's going to be more worth it than going for any of these characters. No one except for probably like Sen is worth it, to be honest, in here. Or like a pet boy, maybe Juzo. I would say mostly two or of the most worth it characters. Other than that, hopefully you liked the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, as well as tell me if you're going to be summoning on the Legacy banner or not, and if so, who are you going to be picking as your characters. I do still recommend you saving and not summoning on the Legacy banner, but again, it's your choice and you can play however you like it. Also, don't forget that I do streams every other day, so you can tune in for the streams, and if you don't want to miss them or don't want to miss any videos, you can join in the Discord, as well as if you have any questions or you just want to talk about Tokyo Ghoul, you can also join the Discord in the description below, and hopefully I'll see you there. Other than that, hopefully you have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.